Welcome back, folks, and Memorial Care Medical Group. They've been with us for quite a long time, and they always bring for us great guests, great doctors talking about all kinds of interesting subjects, and today is no exception. We have Dr. Anthony Wong. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for
And you were
having
telling me you've been here before.
Yeah, I was here once before.
All right, well, welcome. And you're board certified in internal medicine. And how long have you been with Memorial Care?
It'll be 23 years in June.
Wow, long time.
Long time, yes.
Yeah, always,
Long time.
Always in this area?
I initially was at the Santa Ana office, and
Okay.
then after several years, then I moved to the Irvine area.
All right, and you were telling me before we got in the air, you're originally from San Diego.
Yeah, my parents still live there. My older sister still lives there.
That's I like San Diego.
It's very nice. Yeah,
I mean, this is nice up here too, but
Yeah.
San Diego has a lot to offer.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, well, you still got family down there, so I'm sure you go down there.
We go down there frequently.
Quite
yes.
often. So your topic today is something that a lot of people have probably heard about recently, is probiotics. And as I was talking to you before we went on, we hear about that a lot because now it seems a thing, when you, almost every yogurt commercial you see, you have that brand Active or all these different Yogurt or something like that,
Yeah.
Yakult or whatever it is. That's what they're promoting. They're no longer promoting yogurt is just, hey, this is a great thing to eat. And before it was a great thing for your diet. Now they're promoting the probiotic aspects of yogurts, but not all yogurts are created equal, and probiotics, it goes far beyond just that, and we want to find out more about that. What is probiotics in general?
In general, probiotics are basically good bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes from the Greek and Latin terms for life, and it's
Okay.
basically live microorganisms that come as a dietary supplement that you can buy over the counter without a prescription, and it's supposed to have health benefits for the people that consume it.
And how do they work, basically? I mean, I hear all the time for a great stomach health, so to speak.
Stomach, yes.
Yeah.
And gastrointestinal.
Yeah.
But it can even go beyond that. It can help with inflammation, the immune system. We always talk about the balance of good bacteria and bad bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
So some studies actually suggest that there may be 4.5 pounds of bacteria in an adult body. So that's a lot of bacteria.
Right.
And so if things kind of get disrupted as far as a good and bad bacteria balance, then things can go haywire. So if you don't eat properly, if you have too many processed foods, don't get enough sleep, not exercising regularly, take antibiotics frequently, those can affect that good and bad balance. So probiotics are designed to help restore that balance, to get your body back on track.
So they really do work.
The studies are still ongoing. It's difficult to do the studies because it's hard to get a lot of companies to fund
Right.
those studies. But
Uh-huh.
yes, they do work, but it's really up to each person to decide if it's right for them. It can help with gastrointestinal things. It can also perhaps help with, like I said, immune-related problems or inflammation, colitis, allergies.
Right.
You have to look at the studies.
Now, again, all these different yogurts that are out there, and some of the drinks that you can find that have the live cultures in them and that sort of thing. All these different brands, do yogurts in general all contain probiotics, or do you have to watch out if that's what your intent is for going out and buying yogurt, let's say? There are specific ones that are marketed exactly that way. And then there's just the blended strawberry yogurt, the Stater Brothers brand or whatever it is. Does yogurt all contain probiotics as long as it's what I want to call real yogurt? I mean, yogurts are made different ways nowadays depending on how much they're highly processed. Yoplait for a while was kind of criticized how they were processed because it was like all the benefits of the yogurt were pretty much out and it was just a sugary snack.
Well, probiotics is still a general term, so when you select a product, whether it be a yogurt or fermented milk or capsules or tablets, it really is up to you to try to do your research and figure out what you're getting, because they're all different. Probiotics doesn't necessarily mean that you're getting any particular bacteria.
Okay.
So there are different kinds of bacteria. There's lactobacillus, for instance, or bifidobacterium. So these different bacteria have had different studies that have been done to help with different ailments.
Right.
So it's up to you to try to see which product has the study to back it up. If that particular study applies to your condition, and you want to see also if there's enough of that bacteria count in that particular product. So some of the ones that you're talking about with the yogurts may not necessarily give an actual count.
Right.
Whereas if you take a supplement like the pills or the liquids or the tablets, they'll actually give a number, like 1 billion CFUs or colony forming units.
Okay.
So that kind of gives you an idea of how much bacteria is in there, so that you know what you're getting.
Now, is this a way that someone who, they go to see their physician, they're having a lot of gastrointestinal problems, whatever it may be, is this a good way to start, instead of just them going and buying all these different yogurts or buying the straight supplements, should they speak to their doctor first? Because there could be more going on. There could be a real problem.
Oh yeah, definitely. You definitely want to talk to your primary doctor and see if they recommend that and see what particular product they may suggest for your situation. Obviously, your physician will know you the best, will know your medical condition and what you can or cannot take. So it's definitely better to go through the physician and make sure that this is something that he wants you to take.
Right.
The problem is that probiotics is still something that's more cutting edge. It's not necessarily considered traditional medicine.
Right.
So a lot of physicians may not be well versed in that. So you have to perhaps do a little bit of research on your own, try something and see if it works. If it works for you, great, then the proof is in the pudding and you can continue doing it. If it doesn't work, then there may be another option that you can explore instead.
Right, and there's there's no harm in taking, starting out taking a little bit of yogurt or something like that. Supplements might be a little bit different. Are they stronger?
They're stronger, and in most cases, it's probably not going to affect you in an adverse way. Only if you were, let's say, to have like an intestinal problem where you had a breakdown in the barrier, or you had some type of an ulceration, or if you had an immune system that was compromised, then those kind of people, you really definitely want to make sure that you talk to your regular doctor about that first. But in general, if you start having side effects, if you start having gassiness, bloating, nausea, then by all means stop it. And you can always re-challenge yourself with it again a couple weeks later, and if the symptoms come back, then you know for sure that it's related to that. Right,
and in fact, at least what I've heard, if people who are worried about taking yogurt and they are lactose intolerant, in fact, yogurt sort of counteracts that, doesn't it?
Correct, yeah. I tell my patients that even if you are lactose intolerant, there is the enzyme lactase in the yogurt or in the product, and most of the time you don't have to worry about the lactose intolerance because the enzyme is already in it.
Right. Yeah. I've actually heard where people who say really love ice cream, they'll go off and have a little bit of yogurt beforehand, or they can eat frozen yogurt.
Right.
And you got to watch out because some of the frozen yogurts actually put other things in it.
Right.
But, I always found that interesting.
Yeah. I don't know about the idea of having the yogurt so you can have that ice cream.
Well, no, but people, they're like, okay, we'll get the good stuff in first. But
I can't justify that, but interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now, besides probiotics, you're in internal medicine. Do you work out of Saddleback Memorial right here? You have a clinic nearby?
We're in Irvine, and yes, Saddleback is one of our main hospitals.
Okay, so you go
I'm not actually on the Saddleback campus, but we're actually in Irvine.
All right, and you're accepting new patients right now?
Yes, I am.
Good, so they can come in and if they having a little problem here and talk to you more in depth about this.
Oh yeah,
come on. I find this very interesting, and I didn't know you could buy supplements for this, and it's just it's like in the health food stores or anything like that.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, you can give Dr. Wong a call here. There's the number on the screen at 1-866-276-3627. That's a Memorial Care Medical Group number, and from there they can put you in touch with you, right?
Right.
All right. And they have a website, memorialcare.org and /medical group. It was a pleasure having you on here.
Pleasure.
And I hope you come back again. And folks, if you having a little problem there, give the number a call, and maybe you can get hooked up with Dr. Wong here. It's great having you on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Let's all go have some yogurt.
There you go.
All right. Folks, we'll be back in just a moment.
That travel light, firefly is in my night. showing how to feel alright. And you know that it saved me. Well, there's
We can keep you healthy and care for you when you're not, right in your own backyard. Memorial Care Center for Women at Saddleback Memorial for all the stages of your life.